Today, I will be sharing a memory of mine that is still very vivid to me today. As we know, assimilation can be defined as the process whereby individuals or groups of different ethnic heritage are absorbed into a dominant culture of society, according to Britannica. My family and I experienced assimilation firsthand as my parents immigrated to California and learned to blend into society. Growing up in South Central LA, I was exposed to a pool of cultures, races, and ethnicities, but African Americans and Latinos were the most prevalent. I am very thankful that I grew up with people of similar backgrounds as me. It brought me comfort, but it was that same comfortability that placed me in a gullible state. I was 6 and understood I was not white, black, or Asian. I was Hispanic. I remember I was super excited as I was getting ready for school because it was Hispanic Heritage Month and we would learn about my quote unquote culture. Walking into 66 Elementary and the colors red, white, and green displayed in every direction I looked. As class started, we learned about Mexico and the typical leaders such as Cesar Chavez. We learned a little bit about field workers, Frida, and watched folklorico videos. We were also blessed with Mexican food, tacos, horchata, all the goods, even candy. By the end of the day, I could say I was proud to be Mexican. The problem was that when I got picked up from school and told my parents that I was proud to be from Mexico, they laughed at me. I didn't understand why they were laughing because that was what my teacher taught me. It wasn't until they sat me down at home and told me that I was Salvadoran and Guatemalan, not Mexican. They explained that Hispanics come from many different places with many different foods and music, but we all speak the same language, something my teacher failed to do. That day, I learned that Mexican culture was the Hispanic culture that was most recognized in California. U.S. society tends to blend all Hispanic cultures into one due to the lack of knowledge and apathy. It could simply be because of the location. I mean, we were once part of Mexico. Or it could be the media. We've seen major public figures such as Trump label Hispanics as Mexicans. Although I don't want to be spoken about in such negative light, I know even though I'm not Mexican, he's talking about someone that looks like me. It could also just be that Mexican culture is beautiful and has gained recognition throughout our land. Nonetheless, assimilation is hard enough as it is no matter where you come from. But living in a location where you are told who you are because that is what they understand is difficult and could cause a loss of identity. It is important that educators understand the importance of learning about their students. Young minds are more willing to learn and accept than someone who has grown and has their foundation set already. So maybe assimilation could be less detrimental if we acknowledge each other's differences and learn to appreciate them.